Alright, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Uh, uh, it's been a minute. Question: are we slaves to public opinion? Um, Bill Cosby, Sandra Bland, Lafayette shooting, um, Hulk Hogan, the Confederate flag talk. A lot of this stuff I can pretty much sum up because they're not all the same. They're completely different situations, but they're mostly driven by public opinion. And what bothers me about some of this stuff is because I don't talk about things exactly when they happen because um, I know how the media works. You see, take Bill Cosby for instance. Same thing happened with Mike Tyson. Same thing's going on with Chris Brown. You know, Floyd Mayweather. Um, the woman Sherry Sherrard, I think that was her name. I think. Um, I'm not too sure though. That was a lady who got fired from Obama or whatever. Reverend Wright, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You know, if I said Mike Tyson, OJ, like the list goes on and on and on and on and on. You know, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown. When the media says somebody is wrong and evil, everybody jumps in and say they're wrong and evil. You know, everybody can make up a reason why something that shouldn't have happened to them, or or say, oh, I knew it was always like that. Whatever. Even on the flip side of that, when the media missed the other name, Donald Trump, you know, one minute Donald's being Donald because he's disrespectful to everybody, you know, especially, you know, I'm just gonna say he's disrespectful to everybody. But then all of a sudden he's a presidential candidate and he's disrespectful to everybody. It's not Donald being Donald anymore. You know, now somehow it's different. And the thing about the court of public opinion is they never retract their statements. They never go back and say we was wrong about that. See, something can come out one minute and everybody just jumps on their bandwagon. Then as time goes by, the rest of the facts come out. And all the people who just knew that they were right back then are really eating crow, but let's be honest, it's not a hot topic anymore. So they don't want to say I was wrong. And in this country, facts don't matter. Context don't matter. You know, um, sensationalizing the story is what matters. So what happens? Nothing. Because at the end of the day, nothing. It was never about the truth. It was about the ability to shape and mold public opinion. That's what politics is about. That's what sports is about. You know, and being a sports fan is funny because when the media tells you your team's great, they're great. When they tell you your team sucks, they suck. You know, and what I mean by that is they can be winning, or they can be winning, and people you know, they're just not good enough. They can be losing. They're a great team who just had some issues, and you go whatever motherfuckers tell you to do. Ultimately, you gotta think for yourself, because ultimately, we all know what the truth is. The media world is completely different from the real world. I mean, the news ain't nothing but a motion picture to me. I mean, you can have Denzel doing Robert Downey Jr., Edward Norton, Samuel L. Jackson. It's annihilated. You can just have actors on the panel because everything is an act. Nothing's really real. But we as people, we're the ones falling for it. For what? You know, they told me, look, watch, and I'm gonna get into this right now. Bill Cosby is a rapist because he was giving people quaaludes. If you watch Scarface and you go, Alfredo, another quaalude, she left me in the morning. Then Scarface is a rapist, right? Because what happened, that deposition came out, and then, you know, people's like, I knew it. Then it's like these women willingly took things, and they're like, willingly, we're going to skip over that part. Then you're like, do you realize what the time period they're talking about? Do you realize this is Hollywood we talking about? Does it really hit you yet, the drug culture of Hollywood for the last 60 years? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that's pretty much Hollywood culture. So for all you people who giving somebody some wine, I'm just giving them wine. I'm just giving them a shot. We just smoking weed. You forget about the people who, the other ones who tapping them veins to do the same type shit. Like, uh, that's a whole nother story though, right? The same thing with the Sandra Bland thing. You know, you got people, people say, man, if she would have just chilled out, she probably would still be alive at that initial traffic stop and just took her ticket. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And just like everybody else is right about, even if she spazzed out on the cop, that has nothing to do with her dying in a jail cell. My personal opinion, I think they raped her and couldn't keep her quiet, so they killed her. I mean, it's jail, remember? Cops, remember? Like in prisons, people. But they can play the story however they want to play it, right? Same thing with public opinion when it comes to this, the Confederate flag and it's my heritage and your heritage is some racist bullshit. Everybody knows that already. What's the big deal? Sometimes we just have to accept the reality. Like we don't need to fall for the spin culture of America. When we wake up in the morning, the sun's up. It's a new day. Do you need the news to tell you it's a new day? Is there less opportunity tomorrow than there was today? Is there less possibility tomorrow than there was today? No. But if you keep going through this public opinion, go this way, go this way, go this way, go that way. Why are they having you going all these directions? And why are you going in those directions? Because they said so. And at the same time, you're saying you don't trust these people. See, I don't care. I care about what happened to Sandra Bland. I care about what's going on with Bill Cosby. Even though I don't like Donald Trump, I care about the way that they want to vilify him. Because here's the thing. I care about the Black Lives Matter. But you also have to care about accepting reality. You know, that's a problem that we're going through because we're being a slave to public opinion, and public opinion is basically breeding not breeding, but controlling apathy. Because at the end of the day, you throw somebody under the bus at the time that they need you most because somebody else said so. Well, knowing that the people who tell you to throw somebody under the bus or leave this person vulnerable, leave them by themselves, this is what they do for a living, and ultimately they will change and tell you to support somebody who you should not be supporting at the same time. They're opportunistic. So why would you, as a person, listen to public opinion when public opinion hypocritically contradicts itself with every day, depending on uh, race, wealth, gender, um, sexuality, um, age. I don't get it. I really don't. Because the reason it bothers me is because for most people, because I don't really watch that much TV anymore. Most people who watch TV can see this, can remember somebody getting thrown under the bus, and years later coming to find out that everything that was said was bullshit. And they can run down numerous people that this applies to. And why act like these are new scenarios when you put somebody up and then throw them under the bus? It's not. The same way, Trayvon Martin was the first person they threw under the bus, and he won't be the last. Just that's what all these other people that I just spoke about previously are for. You know, we're hating the people that the media is putting up for us to hate when they tell you who to dislike, and you shouldn't like them in the first place. I mean, you shouldn't like the media in the first place, because they ain't gonna tell you nothing. The media has never told you anything that made your life any better yet. The media has never told you how to be more successful, be a better human being yet. The media has never told you how to raise your kids better or become a better man or woman yet. They have no interest in giving a fuck about you. So if all they're doing is tearing other people down and you following suit, you're following suit in apathy to tear yourself down ultimately. I'm done with it, man.